there, everyone. Welcome to the 7th episode of Strange Silver Age. You can call me Cassie Rose, and I'm your host and guide through the bizarre world of Silver Age DC Comics. I guess I should explain what Silver Age means, for those of you that might not know. The Silver Age covers a period of comics released from 1956 to 1970, and it's pretty well known for having some out there stories. Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if they were smoking something in the writer's room. Today, we're covering Detective Comics, issue number 371, released in 1967. Specifically, I'll be focusing on the cover story, Batgirl's costume cut-ups. Without further ado, let's dive in. The cover of this comic is... Are you kidding me? This is going to be worse than Lois Lane's Superbrain in the Silver Age sexism department, isn't it? Alright, now that I have mentally prepared myself for this story to be absolute torture, let's look at the cover and teaser page. The cover has Batman and Robin fighting criminals in the background, with Robin being held up in the air by one of them like baby Simba in The Lion King. Batman is trapped in a headlock, but still has enough air left to yell at Batgirl. "Batgirl, get over here! Help us! We've got a problem!" But Batgirl ignores Batman and stares in horror at her ripped tights. "I have a bigger one, a run in my tights." Ah, yes. Us women will let our comrades die if there's a fashion emergency to be dealt with. Looking fabulous takes priority over human lives. Some of them have guns, Batgirl. Guns, which can easily kill you and your teammates. And you're focusing on your outfit? The teaser page is just as groan-inducing, if not worse. Batgirl is looking into a compact mirror as she fixes up her lipstick, paying zero attention to the fight going on behind her. By the time Batgirl pretties herself up for this brawl, Robin says. Then Batman finishes the sentence with, "It'll be all over." And here's the extremely dumb narration box for this teaser page. When is a woman a woman? Every moment of the day and night. Even Batgirl, during her most hectic moments, when she is battling criminals, is always conscious of her appearance. Should her costume be ripped, her face smeared, a boot heel lost, and her concern boomerangs against her, and yet being feminine can sometimes be turned to an advantage, as she demonstrates to Batman and Robin in Batgirl's costume cut-ups. I can give some points for the fun alliteration in the title, but I gotta take points off for literally everything else. But sure, let's read this issue. How bad can it be? We enter the story with Barbara Gordon rocking the Princess Leia hair buns as she's window shopping in Gotham City. She spots a group of men riding bicycles as they kick a ball down the streets, and identifies them as a gang known as the Sports Spoilers. Apparently, they use sports gimmicks to commit robberies, which is very goofy, and I love that. One of the sports spoilers kicks the ball into the back of an armored truck, and it explodes, blowing the doors open. Barbara quickly slips away to change into her Batgirl costume, and returns to wipe the floor with the robbers. Maybe I judged a book by its cover, assuming the story would be dated and sexist too quickly and not giving it a chance. Batgirl's mask is knocked off center, partially covering her eyes, so she quickly fixes it so her vision isn't obscured. No, wait. The narrative claims it's because of Batgirl's feminine vanity, and places the blame on her that the sports spoilers are getting away. I take back everything I said about judging this issue too quickly. This is gonna suck. Batman and Robin arrive at the scene to intercept the sports spoilers, And Batman makes a truly cringeworthy pun.
You may go for soccer, but my specialty is sock'em.
Please, just kill me now. He sounds like my dad. Batman and Robin are able to catch one of the sports spoilers, and they thank Batgirl for stalling the group of criminals. However, Batgirl says they shouldn't be thanking her because her feminine instincts got in the way. The next day, Batman and Robin are given a tip that the sports spoilers are planning to rob a sawmill that also functions as a metal workshop filled with precious metals. They arrive at the sawmill, but they're too late. The sports spoilers already got the silver and gold they came for and start to make their escape by log rolling away on the sawmill logs. What the crooks didn't expect is that Batman and Robin are also expert log rollers and easily catch up to them. However, a nearby scream from Batgirl, who just arrived, startles the dynamic duo, so they fall off the logs and into the water. Batman and Robin are all wet and completely useless now, so it's up to Batgirl to stop the sports spoilers. She attempts to pull a lever to raise the underwater chain net and stop the criminals in their tracks. But one of the sports spoilers throws a log at her.
This small log will queer her game.
The log misses Batgirl, but splatters some mud onto her costume. Once again, Batgirl's feminine instincts compel her to wipe off the mud, and the sports spoilers get away. Later, Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson attempt to visit their tip giver, Stuffy, but he's been shot. Because this is the Silver Age, Stuffy is still alive and he's sent to a hospital. Luckily, Bruce noticed that Stuffy was holding playing cards in his hands. A king and queen of hearts. Bruce states that the cards are clues, and they point to the sports spoilers' next heist being at a Renaissance fair that's raising charity money for a heart fund. Sure enough, the sports spoilers strike again at the Renaissance fair, this time as High-Ally players. For a bit of context, High-Ally was really popular for a while in the 1960s and 1970s, in other words, around the time this comic was released. But the craze died out after that. It's basically a game where you hurl small rubber balls out of a scoop that's attached to your hand. The sports spoilers fling the rubber High-Ally balls at the heads of the security guards, knocking them out. But that's when Batman and Robin make their entrance to stop the scoop-armed robbery. Unfortunately, Batman and Robin are outnumbered 9-2, but Batgirl arrives to even the odds a little more. Robin asks for Batgirl to help them, but she's too distracted by her ripped tights. She extends her leg to examine the damage to her outfit, which immediately distracts all of the sports spoilers.
What a pair of gams!
How close are we to being done with this? Only 5 panels left, thank God. Batman and Robin use the diversion to deliver a beatdown to the sports spoilers, and even Batgirl manages to stop worrying about her outfit so she can get some good hits in. The final panel of the comic makes the whole thing at least a little better by revealing that Batgirl tore her costume on purpose, and then pretended to be bothered by the runner in her tights to distract the criminals with her attractive legs. But that isn't enough to save it. Barbara says she proved her feminine weakness has some strong points. That's seriously the message we're going with? Girls are only useful as eye candy and a hindrance everywhere else? Oh God, why did I do this to myself? Sure, let's read this issue. How bad can it be? The answer is very, very bad. Painfully bad. I need to go watch some Barbara Gordon episodes of Batman Caped Crusader as a palate cleanser. Thank you for joining me for the 7th episode of Strange Silver Age. Once again, I'm Cassie Rose, signing off for now. I've got some crime to fight, and I'll see you later.